Hello everyone. Good evening. Hello. I'm audible. Hello, good evening everyone. Quickly tell me I'm audible. Hello. Good evening everyone. Good evening. Quickly tell me am I audible or not in the chat. Yeah, good evening guys. Good evening. So we will be starting the session in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, by 7:05 we will start the session so that everyone can join. Till then, I will give you a brief intro. So, good evening, everyone. Myself, Lakshya Sachdeva, and I'm going to be your mentor for this bootcamp that is Build Your Own AI Agent. So, we will be covering a lot of stuff in this bootcamp in these 5 days. First of all, we will begin with like a basic initial kind of setup for our project and basic theory concept in today's lecture. Tomorrow we will be going to cover a basics of like how can we create a chatbot through generative AI and what is generative AI. On day 3 we will start with our project, like we will do what is agentic AI, what is the flow and everything. On day 4 we will look on some tools and everything, and in day 5 we will go for the final deployment of our project. So this will be a like small 5-day flow of this bootcamp. So we'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes so that everyone can join, and then we'll start this bootcamp. I hope I am clearly audible and visible, guys. If I am clearly audible and visible, then quickly write clear in the chat. Yes, the live stream will be there on the DevTown YouTube channel so that you guys can come and view it anytime you want. Okay. Yes, the YouTube video will be available in the future. Great. So I'm clearly audible and visible. Okay. Great. And also one more thing, guys, to make this session interactive, I want you to like reply to the questions I ask and like continuously keep active in the chat. Okay, great. Attendance will be shared at the end, so don't worry. Attendance link will be shared at the end of the session. Till everyone joins, if you guys have any kind of doubt, you can ask me. If you guys have any kind of doubts regarding the boot camp or regarding any topic we will be going to cover or anything, duration of the session, so this session will be of like 50 minutes to 1 hour long. Okay, or max to max 1 hour 10 minutes, not more than that. Today we will be learning a basic theory of agentic AI, like how is it different from generative AI, what is actually agentic AI, and what are the important components of agentic AI and all. And we will be doing a basic level of setup. Okay, like creating our own virtual environment, then having a VS code setup, like what should be the folders, what should be the like directories and everything. So we'll be doing a very basic setup. We will not jump into the coding part today. We will do a little bit of theory, and then we will just have a basic setup for our project, and the main coding part we will start from tomorrow onwards. Good evening everyone, good evening. Any kind of doubts? Prerequisites are just like you must be comfortable with Python a little bit, like you just know a little bit of Python basics and all. It would be great if you know. Yeah, sure. Like agentic AI is the like most famous field nowadays. It is the most famous concept. I am going to build a basic level of chatbot or some kind of customer care bot or some project, a basic level of project. But what you guys can do after this bootcamp, you will get a basic level of idea like what is agentic AI and how can we deal with different LLMs and different bots and everything and all. and after that you can make a very high level project on this as well. So it is not like you will be only learning this only the things that you can that will help you make this project only. That is not true. So you will be learning the core concept over here. Based on that, you can make whichever project you want. Which tools we require? So tools are like just the basic understanding of Python is great, and if you have Python pre-installed, then it is also great. Else, I will tell you how can you install Python as well, and VS Code if you have. So the bootcamp will be like 7 o'clock to approx 8 to 8:30. So 1 hour, 1.5 hour bootcamp. So I hope we should start with the session now. It's already 7:07. Okay, let's wait 1 more minute and we'll start on exact 7:08. Yeah, you can build any kind of chatbot. It's a fashion chatbot, customer care bot. And not only chatbot, Agentic AI is used to maintain the flow of a software or system or any kind of application you make. It is mainly used to maintain the flow, maintain the automation. So not only the chatbot, you can make anything. The requirements are like to get to the certificates, you must attend all the 5 sessions. You must give the attendance for all the 5 sessions. The attendance link will be shared at the end, and there will be some kind of mini project if I'm not wrong. So there will be some kind of mini project, and regarding the project, you guys will be updated in the group only, and you have to do that mini project and submit it. The roadmap for the session and everything I'm going to just tell you guys. So let's begin. Okay. This bootcamp is right now for 5 days only, but if you want to learn more things, so you guys can join the DevTown classes as well. Okay, so you guys can go on the DevTown website and you can see for the upcoming batches, and you can join the batches if you guys are like interested in more and more live classes and concepts and all. But this bootcamp is only for 5 days. Langgraph is not not hard according to me. If you guys wanna personally contact me, you can just go to my LinkedIn, Lakshya Sachdev. Okay, so there you can message me. Okay, yeah, email automation, anything, any kind of automation flow you can make through Agentic AI. So let's not waste more time and let's quickly begin with the session. Okay, so quickly tell me guys, is my screen visible? Quickly tell me guys, is my screen visible? If my screen is visible, write visible in the chat. Come on guys, quickly. Yes, so my screen is visible. So let's quickly begin. So today is the day. Also, let me just give you a basic roadmap first of all. Okay. So on day one, we will be doing like basic theory, basic theory on agentic AI and a setup for our project. So we will be doing a basic theory for agentic AI and the setup for our project. So on day two, we will be covering some concepts of generative AI, and we will be making a basic chatbot based on generative AI as well. So we will be making a chatbot based on generative AI on day 2. Then on day 3, we will be going with the Agentic AI flow for our project. So on the day 3 part, we will start the coding for our project. Okay. Like on day 1, we will not do coding stuff that much. We will just get a basic understanding of Agentic AI and set up our project. And on day 2, we will be doing the coding for a chatbot thing. Okay. A basic chatbot, generative chatbot. But on day 3, we will start with the coding for our project. On day 4, there is a very important concept in Agentic AI, that is tools. So how can we integrate tools? What are the different kinds of tools? Like there's one Tavily tool. So this is a very famous tool. Many of you must have heard of this Tavily tool. And there are many more tools as well. And also we can create our own tools as well. Custom tools. So we will learn a lot about tools, like what are tools, what all tools are available online, and how can we create our custom tools as well, and how to integrate these tools with our Agentic AI flow or anything. Okay. And on day 5, we will be going to deploy our project. So I hope this basic roadmap is clear to you guys. Any question till now, guys? If there's no question till now, let's move forward for the basic theory of day 1. Is this clear? If everything till now is clear, write clear in the chat quickly, guys. Difference between NA and AI agent. Okay. So NA10 is like you just drag and drop and make all the flows and structure. There is not much of coding part in NA behind NA. Okay. But in Agentic AI, you are just making all the automation and all the flow by yourself. Okay. Yeah, clear. Yes, this YouTube live lecture will be there on the DevTown channel. So you guys can come in the future and watch anytime you want. No, I'm not gonna use Vertex here. Difference between Langgraph and Langchain, you guys will be knowing, like you guys will be going into deep in this difference in maybe day 2, or yes, day 2 or day 3. Okay. What is Tavily? Tavily is a tool. Like I'm not going in deep right now. So Tavily is a tool which gives you like real time information to the LLM. If I will just show you. Yes. So what happens is whenever you guys make some kind of LLM chatbot or something, your chatbot does not have real-time data access. Let's say I have made a basic chatbot, okay? So and if I will ask, let's say I give the name DevTown, okay? Or let's say Dev. I give the name Dev to my chatbot. Let's say there's a chatbot, okay? So this is my chatbot, or let's say the name is Dev over here. Okay, so like right now I am a user. So let's say I give, hey dev, let's say I said, hey dev, let's say I ask, what is the current temperature in Delhi? So right now you guys will think, yes, the dev chatbot will give you some kind of output, right? But here is the catch. The chatbot or this LLM chatbot over here, this LLM chatbot over here does not have access to real-time information. This LLM chatbot, okay, this LLM chatbot over here does not have access to real-time information. So what we'll do, we will add a tool named Tavily. This tool will be integrated in our chatbot. This tool will be integrated in our chatbot so that Our chatbot, this dev chatbot, can take real-time informations from the web. If I'll just show you, um, mm, 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 there's some kind of yes docs. So yes, we need to get the API key for the tab to use the Tavily tool. Okay, yes, building an you can see what is Tavily search engine. Building an AI agent that leverages real-time online information is not simple task. Like building an AI agent that can take real-time online information, it is not that much simple. So there comes Tavily into play. Okay, so we will use Tavily tool and we will integrate this Tavily tool into our LLM chatbot so that we can handle real-time information as well. I hope this is clear. Yes, you can definitely use this project in your CV. Yes, Tavily tool is also free. Like we will be covering Tavily tool in day 4. Okay, so then I will be showing you how to use Tavily tool and everything. So let's begin. Okay, right now I'm going to erase this Tavily. Okay, let's leave it right here. We will begin from. So the very first thing, let's start. Okay, my first question is, what is LLM? So how many of you must know what is LLM, but let's quickly reply. Okay, what is LLM? My question is, what is LLM? Quickly reply in the chat, guys. Yes, we will be learning everything practically. We will be okay, Gulshan. We will be making two projects. One will be a basic chatbot, but we will not deploy that. And the second one will be a customer care bot kind of thing, like automation flow between different LLMs, and it will be a customer care bot that we will be deploying as well. Yes, it is large language model, but my question is, what is actually large language model? LLM stands for large language model. But my question is, what actually is large language model? It helps users to take input in text and use tokens to provide outputs in form of text. Okay. An advanced neural network model. Okay. Needs lots of data. Current information given gives us LLM. It is a model to generate and interact with the human language. Model designed to understand and generate human-like language. Storing large data. A model that is trained on many data. Yes. This Shoaib Alam, yes, the correct definition, the most easiest definition of LLM is the most easiest definition of LLM is ChatGPT, because this is a term everyone must have known. Everyone must have used even ChatGPT as well. So this is the very basic and very much understandable definition of LLM. Sir, okay. But what actually is LLM? So large language model is something like, I will not go that much in deep, but you can understand there is some kind of model, or let's say there is a box. Okay, there is a box, and I have inserted like billions of data. I have inserted billions of data in this box, and I have trained this box on billions of data sets and everything. Okay, billions of, you can say billions of tokens, parameters, data, anything. Okay, so I am right now saying billions of data. So I have a box, and I have like kept all the billions of data in that box. So now whenever I'm going to ask some kind of question, whenever the user is asking some kind of question, what is happening over here? There is some kind of agent. There's some kind of agent, we can say, that is reading our user's prompt, giving this prompt to this data set, and we are getting some kind of output over here. Like you can say we have kept all 10 to 12 books in our bag, okay? And the teacher asked like, hey Lakshay, take out the geography book, okay? So what I'm going to do, I will just uncover my bag, I will take out the geography book, I will pack my bag again, okay? So I will take out the data that is required right now only. So this is like ChatGPT as well. Whenever it is trained on like billions and billions of parameters or billions of data. Okay. So like when we train our model or when we train an agent or some kind of something software on billions of data, and it is used to like get some kind of easy human readable outputs, then we call it LLM. So from the name itself, you can say, you can see the word large over here. Okay, so this large denotes billions of data. I hope this much is clear. This is a very basic definition for LLM. I hope I am clear, guys. Okay, so this diagram is like just for a very basic diagram. Like the main thing you must understand is large language model is, from the name itself you can say, when the model, like we have some kind of model over here, okay, and we are training this model. We are training this model based on large billions of data set, okay. We are training this model based on billions of data set, or we can set parameters as well, billions of parameters. Right now I don't want to go into like some bookish definition or something. So this is a very basic definition of LLM. Like we have some kind of AI model and we are training that AI model on lots of data, like billions of parameters. I hope this much is clear. So this is what LLM is. Now you guys must have heard about two terms. One is generative AI and the second one is agentic AI. You must have heard of generative AI first of all. So, sir, like this is a topic like many of you don't know the difference between generative AI and agentic AI. So, generative AI, from the name itself, we can see one thing clearly, that is generate. So, can we see generate over here? So, from the word generative, we can clearly see the word generate, which means we are generating something. Yes, yes, Mudit. We are going to generate something. Sir, what are we going to generate? We can generate text, images, or videos, and many more things. Okay. So when we are going to generate something, generate text, we are going to generate images, we are going to generate videos, we call it generative AI. I hope this is clear. Now, sir, what is agentic AI? Sir, what is agentic AI? When, oh, sorry, what has happened? Yes. Now, sir, what is agentic AI? Agentic AI is kind of similar thing, but in this, we are going to maintain a flow. We are going to maintain a flow which will handle. We are going to maintain a flow from the start till the end. Now, one thing you can notice, I have written start and end words in capital letters. Why I have written this in capital letters, you guys will understand in day 3 maybe. Okay. In day 3, you guys will understand why I have written this in capital letters. So agentic AI is a thing in which we maintain a flow from the start till the end. Okay, so this is some kind of definition. Sir, can you give us some example? Yeah, sure. Let's say we are making a chatbot. Okay, let's say we are making a chatbot. So now, sir, we are going to give some kind of text over here, and the output will also be text. So like this text over here is generated by our chatbot. Okay, sir. This text over here is generated by our chatbot. Okay, sir. But let's say, okay, there is a very famous example for agentic AI. You must have heard this. Like I have my YouTube video. Okay, this is my YT video, YouTube video, and I want to generate a blog on this YouTube video. So what can I do? I can make a automated flow, like something like my YT video first will be converted into transcript. First, the YouTube video will be converted into transcript. Then I will extract some kind of title for my vlog. After that, after extracting some kind of title, what I am going to do, let's say I am going to simply post it. Okay. I am going to simply post my vlog. So these are the 4 steps involved in my YouTube video till my blog. Okay. So this flow over here, what I have done, I have maintained a flow over here, if you can see. So this flow over here is maintained with the help of agentic AI. So when we are generating some kind of text, here we are generating text. So when we are generating some kind of text, we call it generative AI. Not only text, but when we are generating something, we call it generative AI. But when we are maintaining the flow between different LLMs, AI models and all, we call it agentic AI. A little bit is clear to you according to me. The session will go on till approximately 8 or 8:15, so don't worry. What is chatbot? Okay, ChatGPT is your chatbot. So I don't know a better example of chatbot. Yes, plan, task, and action. Good example of agentic AI. Attendance form will be shared at the end, so don't worry, guys. Yes, when we are maintaining the flow, when we are maintaining the automation flow, we call it agentic AI. Okay. So let's take one more example of agentic AI. The example of our project. Okay. Let's say there is a user. Let's say there is a user. Okay. I will just remove the box. Let's say there is a user. Now the user wants to report some kind of issue. Okay. Let's say the user wants to report some kind of issue. So what we can do? We can keep some kind of thing over here. Okay. We can keep one LLM over here which will handle the general question answered, the general question asked by user. Okay, let's say the output of this, let's say is let's say the user said, I have paid the bill for 2 items, but received only one. Okay, so this is the user query. This is the query that the user is going to ask to our chatbot. Okay. So let's say I have kept a interface over here. This is my interface bot. Okay, this is my interface bot. So what my interface bot is going to handle? My interface bot is going to see whether the user query, whether the user query is based on some kind of billing issue, whether the user query is based on some kind of billing issue or some kind of technical issue or some kind of feedback. Okay, let's keep it simple right now. What we are going to see? We are going to see whether the user query is based on billing, technical, or feedback. Okay, so what is the task for my interface? What is the task for my interface? The task for my interface is to see whether the user query is based on billing, technical issue, or some kind of feedback. So right now you can see I have paid the bill for 2 items but received only one. So kind of this is a billing issue. Okay, let's say this is a billing issue. So what I am going to do, I am going to connect 3 more AI agents. One is the billing agent, the second one is the, let's say, technical agent, and the third one, let's say, is the feedback agent. So these are the 3 agents I'm going to connect with my interface bot. So now, sir, you have given the prompt like I have paid the bill for 2 items but received only one. Okay, so what will be the output for interface? The output will be billing. Okay, so after the output is decided, the interface will send the prompt to my billing AI agent. Okay, the interface will send this message to my billing agent, not my technical agent and not my feedback agent. Why no? Because this is a billing issue. Sir, how have we have decided this is a billing issue? With the help of interface over here. With the help of interface over here, we have decided that this is a billing issue. And after deciding this is a billing issue, we have sent this request to the billing agent over here. I hope this much is clear. Okay. I hope this much is clear, guys. No, sorry, Mudit, but MCP will not be covered in this course because you also know MCP is like a very different topic. Like it is used with Agentic AI, but yes, it is not going to be covered in this course. For that, we can keep another bootcamp. Okay. So everything till now is clear. Then write clear in the chat, guys. Quickly write clear in the chat. Yes. So everything till now is clear. Great. 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 So yes. So till now, what we have seen. Okay, sir. We are going to give some kind of query like I have paid the bill for 2 items but received only one. The interface bot over here will see whether the query is billing or. Okay, one more thing. I have kept these 3 agents, but you can keep n number of agents. Okay, I have kept only these 3 agents like the billing agent, technical agent, and feedback agent, but you can keep n number of agents. Okay, you will like you can also keep one more agent. Let's say you can keep one more agent saying uh, 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 let's say you can keep one more agent, let's say missing item, missing agent, let's say. Okay, so this is one more agent you can keep. You can keep n number of agents, but right now I am taking 3 agents only. So this will send the query to the billing agent. Now what we can do, this billing agent will perform some kind of task like it will tell the user like your refund for this much will be initiated, or can you please send some kind of proof or something. Like everything will be handled by this agent, and at the end all these three will combine to a symbol kind of agent. We can call it, let's say what we can call this agent. We call it output agent, let's say. And this output agent will go towards the end. And as you can see, this user, this is our start. So this is why I have written start and end in the capitals. This is why I have written start and end in the capital over here. Because from the start, from the user query, we are maintaining a flow over here. As you can see, from the start, from the user query, we are maintaining a flow over here. That is, the user will ask the question, then the question will be sent to the billing agent, then the answer will be sent to the output. Or what we can do, instead of this output, we can keep the end directly over here as well. Instead of this output, we can keep the end directly over here as well. So this will be the end of a robot. So this is a very pretty basic simple level of chatbot. You can make many advanced chatbot automations as well, or not only chatbot, many different things as well. But this is a very basic chatbot that we are going to make. Okay, this is the flow. Okay, this is the flow that we are going to make. Like if the user query, let's say this is the query that I have selected right now. Let's say the query is uh let's say I take the query as the food was let's say the food was stale. Okay, so this was the user query. So now how will the flow work? This time the user message will be sent to the interface. The interface will decide that this time it is a feedback. It is not some kind of billing issue, it is not some kind of technical issue, it is a feedback. So this time the query will be sent to the feedback node, the feedback agent we can say. Okay, and after the feedback is done, some kind of output will be generated over here, and that output will be sent back to the user, and the algorithm or the flow will end over here. I hope this much is clear. If everything is clear, write clear in the chat, or if there's any kind of doubt in this flow over here or something, then you can ask in the chat as well. Quickly, guys. Clear, clear, great. Summarize. So we have not done many conceptual thing. It is just that if the user is giving some kind of, let's say the user is giving some kind of query, like the food was stale, then the query will be going to some kind of interface agent. Okay, this is just the name. Interface is just the name, nothing else. It is just the name that I have given to my agent over here. So this agent will decide whether it is a billing issue or some technical issue or some kind of feedback or something. And then we can clearly see this is some kind of feedback for the food. Okay, so we will be going for with the feedback node over here, this feedback agent over here. We'll be using this feedback agent if there is some kind of feedback issue. And after that, the flow will end. Yes, interface is just the name, nothing else. Interface is also some kind of chatbot or something, we will see. Okay, let's move forward. Now the next part is, there are some important concepts in agentic AI, or we can rather say important terms as well. Important terms in agentic AI. So what are the important terms in agentic AI? So there are three main important terms. That is, the first one is nodes, the second one is edges, and the third one is state. The first one is nodes, the second one is edges, and the third one is state. So if I will just draw a replica of this workflow over here, so how will I just create it? So there is some kind of start over here. There is some kind of start over here. Okay, from this chart, I will go towards the interface. This is some kind of interface. So this will be my node. Okay, this will be my node over here. Then we have some more LLMs or chatbots. Let's say billing, technical, and feedback, right? So these will be our nodes only. So these all will be also our nodes. And after that, we will be at the end of the chatbot. Okay, sir, we know now what are nodes. Then the next thing is this flow over here. As you can see, these lines, these are known as edges. Okay, and this whole complete picture over here, this whole complete picture over here is known as my graph. So this is the graphical representation for my agentic AI flow. Okay, like from the start, then we have the interface node, then we have the billing node, technical node, feedback node, and then we have the end of the graph. So this overall structure is also known as graph. Yes, it is like a graph. I hope this much is clear. Nodes are nothing but my LLM chatbots over here. In this case, these are my LLM chatbots, but anything like anything that is performing some kind of task, that is known as node. And when we are deciding the flow, like if there is billing issue, it will go over here. So these are known as edges. Okay, these are known as edges. It is not related to DSA, but yes, the terminologies are used from there only. So this whole structure is known as graph. All the like this interface, billing, technical feedback, all these AI agents are our nodes, and all the like how the flow is going through the edges, how the interface is going to the billing node with the help of an edge. No, this Langgraph is not literally data structure, but to maintain a flow, we make it like a graph and we add nodes and edges which maintains the flow. I hope I am clear. Yes, many of you are asking, sir, you have told us what are nodes, you have told us what are edges, but what about state? Sir, what about state? So let's say you are giving user query. Okay, you are giving user query to the interface, right? You are giving user query to the interface node, right? So my interface node will receive some kind of user underscore query. This is the variable name. Okay, let's say I have given the user query this variable name. Okay, now my user query is, let's say, billing related. So my next node will be billing node. My next node will be billing node. Am I right? Am I right, guys? My next node will be billing node. So in my billing node also, I want to send this user query. Okay, in my billing node also, I want to send this user underscore query. So how are we sharing this? But sir, you can say this user query is sent to the interface only. Then how are we sharing this user query to my billing node as well? Sir, how are we sharing this user query to my billing node as well? So this is how we use state. State is nothing but we keep track of the information, we can say. Okay, in a very, very simple language, we keep track of all the information that we get. State is nothing but we keep track or we update the information or we get regularly, so that every node is like up to date with the information. How can my billing node access this query, user query, with the help of state? Because I have stored this user query in my state over here, so that all the other nodes, not only the billing node, all the other nodes like billing node, technical node, feedback node, all the other nodes can access the state and access all the things like all the user query. Let's say there is one more thing, let's say rating. Okay, what we can do, okay, let's quickly listen what we can do over here. how can we make this chatbot even more advanced? Okay, this is just what I thought right now. How can we make this chatbot even more advanced? So what we can add extra feature is user is going to give two things. One is query. Okay, let's keep it a little separate. User is going to give two things. One is query, and the second thing is, let's say, rating. Let's say 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. The user is going to give two things. One is query, and the second one is rating. Karthik, the real time examples we are going to see in like day 3 or day 4 maybe. Right now we are going to study about the basic theory only. Let's say the user is going two things, query and rating. Okay. So now, sir, the next step is interface bot, interface node. So we have reached the interface node. Sir, should I share this rating to my interface node? No, not necessary. Why? Because interface node must need the query only, because it is telling whether it is a billing issue, whether it is a technical issue, or whether it is a feedback, right? So for all of this stuff, we only need to share the user query, not rating. So how can it access the query? It can directly access the query given by the user. Okay, sir. Now, sir, we have three nodes. Let's say billing node, technical node, and the feedback node. Okay, sir. Let's say the flow is like user is give some query, some kind of query, and it's going under billing node. Now what is happening? I am sharing the query with the billing node, plus I am sharing the rating, because rating is like the user experience. Okay, because if the rating is if the rating is 1, so what we can do, we can give some extra advantages to the user, like some kind of coupon code or anything. But if the rating is like 4 or 5, so we can give a little bit of cashback or something like that. Okay, so that is how we are going to use rating as well. But sir, how can this billing node access the rating as well and the query? But as you can see, this interface node is only accessing the query, not the rating. But this billing node is accessing both the query and the rating. So how can we make sure like which node can access which data, and how can we keep track of all the data? How can we keep track of all the data? We are going to maintain a state. Okay. So we are going to maintain a state so that we can keep track of all the data in every node. Okay. I hope this much is clear, guys. If everything till now is clear, write clear in the chat. Quickly, guys. Example, we will surely be making some amazing chatbots and like this overall bot that we have discussed so far, this customer care bot. This will be our project till for this bootcamp. So we will be making this project real time as well. Great, great, great. If there's any kind of doubt, you can ask in the chat as well. But I hope everything is clear, because I've tried my best to explain you guys what actually state is. Actually, when I was also learning, I get a lot confused in the state portion. I get lot of confusion like what is state, how to do it and all. But time by time, it makes more and more sense that state is nothing but some kind of storage in which you are keep updating the information so that every node can access that information, nothing else. The session will be like approximately 15 or to 20 minutes long. Okay, like 15 to 20 minutes only. I hope this much is clear. Okay, so this is the basic theory and the flow of our project that we are going to cover. This is the basic theory of agentic AI and the flow that we are going to cover in our project. So let's move on to the structure now. Okay, So this is Tavily. I will just quickly close it for right now, but we are going to discuss Tavily on day 4 in detail. What is edge? Edge is nothing but, like, I want to go from interface node. I want to go from this interface node to this billing node, right? So how I am going to travel this interface node to billing node? So this automation, this flow is made by the edges. I am going to travel from interface node to billing node with the help of this edge only. Okay. So let's quickly begin with the, okay. So if you guys have not installed Python, if you are in Windows or Mac or anything, just go to the Python website. You can see the versions over here. Let's say downloads. So this is the latest version for Mac OS. It is 3.14. But I would not recommend to download the latest version, because most of the times the latest version contains some kind of bugs or something. So what you can do, you just go to all releases. Okay, and you can choose a little previous version. I would recommend, let's say 3.11 or 3.12 versions are also good, like 3.12.8. These versions are also good, but don't install a latest version. Okay, so through this you can easily install Python if you are in Windows or Mac or anything. Or what else you can do, you can simply install with brew install. Okay, if you are in MacBook. If you are in MacBook, you just have to install Python. Just run this line, brew install Python in your terminal, and it will be automatically installed. Python will be automatically installed if you are in MacBook. Else, if you are in Windows or Linux or anything, just go to the Python documentation, Python website, and you can simply install any version you want. I would suggest any version from 3.12 or something. Don't install the latest version. Rest is up to you. Okay, so this is how you can. Okay, sir, can you explain again about the new each, how each node access a particular? Okay, so all these queries regarding the flow and everything, I will take at the end of the session again. Okay, so right now let's begin with the setup. So okay, so this is how you can simply install Python in your system. Now, what's the next step? After installing Python, just simply, let's say I'm making any document, new folder. Let's say I'm giving name Agentic AI, and I'm going to open VS Code in this folder. Okay, great. So I've created an Agentic AI. I've created a folder with the name Agentic AI. Okay, and I've opened it in VS Code. Yes, we are going to do on Jupyter. Yes, okay, you can do on Jupyter, but it is highly recommended to make it on, like, to download Python and do it on your system, because for the hosting part and everything, that can only be done with the help of system, not the Jupyter notebook. Okay, great. So after opening VS Code, let's create the structure. First, you guys can open the terminal, and those you don't know how to open it, so you can just go for the terminal over here, and you can click on new terminal. There will be option like new terminal over there. So after opening the terminal, you have to create a virtual environment. Now, what is a virtual environment? So let me just quickly explain you what is a virtual environment. So let's say this is your system. Okay, this is the Python that you installed. Okay, this is the system in which you have installed Python. Okay, now you are making some kind of project. You are making this project A. You are making this project A, and you are making this project B as well. So for project A, you need dependencies like A, dependency B, and dependency C. And for project B, you need dependency, let's say A again, then B, then D. So what we are going to do, we are going to install all of these dependencies. But let's say for project 2, some dependency C is causing some kind of error. Okay, for project 2, this dependency C is causing some kind of error, but it is necessary for our project 1. This dependency C is necessary for our project 1, so we cannot remove it and we cannot avoid it as well. So how can we deal with this now? So what we are going to do, we are going to make a separate environment. We are going to make a separate environment. So this will be our separate environment. This will be our separate environment, so that I am going to install only A, B and D in this environment too. Nothing else. So that there is no error or no error some kind of with respect to different dependency and all. There's no errors of such type. So this is a what we call a basic virtual environment. Like we are creating an environment within our Python system. Okay. This is a virtual environment. Okay, sir. How can we create this virtual environment now? So to create this virtual environment, if you are in Windows, you just have to write Python -m venv venv. Okay. This command over here will create a virtual environment with the name venv. This command over here will create a virtual environment with the name venv. And if you are in Mac, just add a 3 over here with Python 3 -m venv venv. So I am going to press enter over here. And as you can see, I have created a virtual environment over here. Okay, sir. Now, sir, how to access this virtual environment? Sir, how to access this virtual environment? So to access this virtual environment in Windows, you can just write venv slash capital S scripts with the capital S scripts slash activate. So this is the command to activate your virtual environment in Windows. Okay. So as you can see, this is the command to activate your virtual environment in Windows. venv backslash scripts backslash activate. But let's say if you are on Mac like me, so you can simply write source venv slash bin slash activate. Okay, so this is the command for macOS to activate your virtual environment. So as you can see, I have simply activated my virtual environment. You can see over here as well. venv, this shows that the virtual environment is now activated. Okay, sir. Sir, how to deactivate this virtual environment? So we can simply write deactivate. And as you can see, the virtual environment is now deactivated. But right now I want to work in my virtual environment, so I will quickly activate it. Okay, so my virtual environment is now activated. Okay, sir. Now the next thing is I am going to create a requirements.txt file. I am going to make a requirements.txt. In this file, I am going to mention all of the requirements that I will be needing in the project, all of the libraries and everything. So let's say the first thing I am going to need is Langgraph. And one more thing I am going to need is lang chain. Okay, there are many more libraries, but right now, just to show how we update the requirements and all, I have taken these two libraries only. There are many more libraries that we are going to use. Let's say I will take one more library, that is ipykernel. Okay, I will explain this library tomorrow only, not today. For now, I am going to take these two libraries only. Okay, sir. And how to install these libraries now? So to install these libraries in your virtual environment, I am going to write pip install -r requirements.txt, and I will simply run this command. So as you can see, all the libraries are now installed. Like there are only two libraries only, so it is installed very quickly. But this is how you can install all the libraries. Okay, sir. Next, I will create a folder with the name agents. Okay, I am going to create a folder with the name agents, and under this folder I am going to create different agents for my project. So as we have seen, we will be needing we will be needing 4 agents. The one is interface agent over here. The first one is interface agent. The second one is billing agent. The third one is technical agent. And the fourth one is feedback agent. Okay. So I will be needing 4 agents. So I will create these 4 agents. Okay. I will create 4 files. The first one is interface.py. The second one is billing.py. The third one is technical.py. And the fourth one is feedback.py. So these are my 4 agents that I am going to use in my project. Okay. Okay, sir. Then what we can do? I am going to make a main graph.py. Graph.py. This is outside of my agents folder. Okay. This is outside of my agents folder. I'm going to make a graph.py. So with this graph.py, I'm going to make the flow like this. Okay. In this graph.py, I'm going to make a flow like this over here. And one more thing that I can make, I'm going to make main.py as well, in which I'm going to call my graph and access my graph more efficiently. And one more thing that I can make is, let's say I'm going to make one more folder with the name nodes. Okay. I'm going to make one more folder with the name nodes. And I will make all the nodes. Let's say I have 4 nodes. So I make billing underscore node dot py. I will make feedback underscore node dot py. I will make interface node dot py, and I will make technical underscore node dot py. Right now you guys must have some kind of confusion that, sir, why are we making nodes separately, agent separately and all. But with meantime, like on day 3, when we will start working on these, you guys will have a very good understanding of this. Okay. So this is the basic structure that we have created for our project. One more thing that we are going to add is .env. .env is a file in which we are going to maintain all of our API keys. Okay. .env is a file in which that we are going to maintain all of our API keys, like the LangChain API key. We are also going to use Grok to access the LLMs. So we are going to take the Grok API key and many more APIs. Okay. So under the .env part, we are going to just handle all the API keys. So if I'll just show you how can we handle APIs, let's say I'm going to take Grok API quickly. So I'll quickly go to Grok. I will click on start building. So I will use Google, let's say. Okay, not this account. Actually, okay, let's see. Actually, I have Grok on my other account. Just give me 1 second. Yes, I will quickly go on Grok. I will quickly click on start building. So as you can see, I already have an account. So I will just quickly go on create an API key over here. Okay. I'll just quickly click on create an API key, and I will automatically get one API key over here. So this API key is free of cost. This API key is free of cost. You guys can make your own API keys. Okay. So I'll just quickly copy this API key. I will go under my env folder and I will write grok API key is equal to, and I will simply paste this API key over here. So this is my API key, but you guys can also create your own API key because this is totally free of cost for, or at least for the beginner level. This is totally free of cost. So you guys can go on Grok and you can make your own API keys as well. But remember to copy this API key and paste it in your .env folder. So this is how We use our .env folder. We keep all the API keys over here. I hope this much is clear, guys. If everything till now is clear, write clear in the chat quickly. If everything till now is clear, write clear in the chat quickly, guys. Yes, the video will be there on YouTube on DevTown channel all the time. So you can access this video anytime you want. Okay, great. Things are clear. So this is a very basic setup for our project. More things we will do. We will make the requirement file a lot bigger than this. We will be adding the codes. We will be seeing how are we using everything. We will be adding some more API keys and everything. Okay. So this is it for today, guys. So we have seen the structure, like we have seen the roadmap of 5 days, first of all. Then we have a little bit of Tavily that we will continue on day 4. Then we have seen what is LLMs and all, what is the difference between generative AI and agentic AI, then how agentic AI works, how the flow is worked, and what are the important terms in agentic AI, that is nodes, edges, and state, and everything. Okay. Then we have seen a basic setup for our project. I hope this much is clear. So I will not be deep I will not dive into the coding stuff in today's lecture. To create your own API key, just I have just told you, you can just simply go to Grok. Just simply go to Grok over here. Okay. Click on start building part. Click on start building. Then you must have to log in with your own account. After logging in, you can go to create API key or something like API keys, and you can create your own API key over here. Okay. You can create your own API key over here. So this is how you can create your own API keys. Oh. So this is it for today, guys. The attendance link is there in the chat, so I want you guys to quickly go and fill out the attendance. Will it affect on system speed? What will affect on system speed? Can you specify? What is an API key? So API key is used when we are like accessing some like external something, like I want to access some kind of LLM. Okay. So how can I access that LLM? Online. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some kind of key through which I can access that particular LLM with my own ID. Okay. So that is a basic definition of API key. So yes. So guys, the attendance link is there in the chat. I will just quickly send it once again as well. The attendance link is over here. Just give me a second, guys. Yes. The attendance link is there in the chat. So quickly go and fill out the attendance form, as it is required for the certificate criteria that you must fill out the attendance for all the 5 days. So quickly go and fill out the attendance form for today, guys. And the session will continue tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Okay. At exact 7 o'clock, we will continue forward. And tomorrow we will be learning how to make a simple chatbot through generative AI. Okay. If there is any kind of doubt, you can ask in the chat. Else, you guys can leave. This is it for the today, guys. Thanks a lot for joining today's session. And must fill out the attendance form because it is very much necessary for the certificate criteria. Virtual environment does not affect on system speed that much, but yes, a little bit it affects. The requirements is not much requirements. You must have a, like, if you have downloaded Python, then it's great, and VS Code, then it's great. It's enough, not much. No sound. Hello, am I audible, guys? Link for the attendance is there in the chat. Guys, quickly fill out the attendance form. And thanks a lot for attending today's session. This is it for today. The attendance link is the live chat. It is also pinned comment, so you can just check out the attendance form. Yes, after this completion, you can surely post it on LinkedIn as well. My LinkedIn ID, you can just search Lakshya Sachdeva on LinkedIn. You will get it. Okay. Yes, the Google form is the attendance form only. You have to fill out the Google form for attendance. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining today. Guys, am I audible or not? Am I audible, guys? Or is there some kind of issue? So let's wrap this session now, guys. Okay, so this is it for today. Kindly fill out the attendance form. Can you share your LinkedIn here? Okay. After you complete day, yes, the certificates will be released after you will just complete all the day 5. Okay, then the certificates will release, and there will be a mini project as well. So I hope there's a mini project. So if there's a mini project, that will be shared to you on the WhatsApp community. So you guys have to complete that mini project. Yes, the attendance form is nothing but the Google form that is shared in the live chat. The terminal commands, sorry, but which terminal commands? Okay, that, okay. Yes, I am going to share in the live chat. So to create the virtual environment, the command is Python -m venv. So this is the command to create the virtual environment. And to activate the virtual environment, the command is for Windows. The command is venv slash scripts slash activate. So this is the command to activate the virtual environment with the help of in Windows. Okay, or if you are in Mac, so you can simply write source venv slash bin slash activate. Yes. So the next command that I have shared right now is this. Can you summarize? So yes, Sanika, you can just simply go through the video. The video will be there on YouTube, so you can just simply watch the video on YouTube. It will be shared. So this is it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for joining. Let's meet tomorrow, 7 o'clock exact. Thank you, guys. Okay, request for free AI complete course future. Wow. So these bootcamps are completely free, and through these bootcamps you can learn a lot of things, guys. So if you want to learn many more things through these bootcamps, you can just simply subscribe to DevTown YouTube channel, and you can also see the previous bootcamps as well. Yes, you can give any name instead of VENV. Okay. I hope everything is clear now. So let's end the session now, and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time, that is 7 o'clock. Thanks a lot, guys.